I'm so emotional. Week 17. It's the end of the road. I need a moment. Hi guys, so I've cleaned up my tears. I've gotten myself together so I can do this week 17 picks and predictions video. I know we're like actually here. It's hard to believe it. It's so crazy how fast the football season goes, but alas, we are here. But this isn't the end of seeing me. Of course, you guys are going to be stuck with me into the Super Bowl. You should know that by now. But let's get into these picks and predictions. Again, I don't pick with the point spread. This is just who I think will win and lose. And I have how I did last week, and it wasn't pretty. I did a total of 15 matchups because I didn't want to pick the Jets game since I was going to the Jets game, and it went 9 for 6. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, let's get right into this week, and let's start off with a little AFC drama. The Battle of the 6 seed, which I can make a whole video on within itself, but seeing since I don't have 3 hours in my life to devote to that craziness, let's just stick with this. I have Ravens versus Bengals. Now, Ravens win. They need a little help, but at least their playoff chances are still alive. Bengals have really nothing to play for, so will they be resting their starters? Who knows? And also, they are undefeated at home. But I feel like being adventurous, so I'm going to go with the Ravens. Even though they let me down last week. What was that? And obviously, Flacco is a lot more hurt than he's letting on. Falcons, Panthers at Falcons, I should say. This should be an easy victory for the Panthers. Texans at Titans, meaningless game. They're just gonna duke it out. It's gonna be like two fat chicks wrestling over the last piece of chicken. Sorry for the analogy, but it's true. So I'm gonna go with the Titans team since the Texans haven't won since 1972. Jets at Dolphins should be a fun one. Jets and Dolphins, obviously a huge rivalry right there. The Jets having the potential to knock the Dolphins out of the playoffs, which they would savor. And all this Rex Ryan hype, I think, is just that hype. I think the Jets have already made a pre-decision to keep Rex Ryan, so I don't think they're so much playing for him as they are for a chance to knock the Dolphins out. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins at home. Now, if the Dolphins win, I think they're in. There's so many different outcomes, but they all need help from each other, so it all depends. No team in contention for the AFC 6 seed controls their own destiny, so everybody needs help from somebody. Let's move on with the rest of the 1 p.m. games. We have Steelers. Browns at Steelers, I should say. No, the Steelers actually have a chance. That's how crazy this AFC 6 seed race is. Now, the Steelers have about a 0.222% chance of actually making any noise. They should be the Browns team that hasn't won in quite a while, though, so there's no real hype there. Then we have Lions at Vikings, which is another one of those meaningless games. Calvin Johnson most likely won't even play. It's going to just be a lull for both teams. I like the Vikings, even though they let me down last week. Where were you at? Where you at? I gotta see one of those ESPN segments where you at for the Vikings. Even though they had nothing to play for, I mean, I was expecting a lot. And we can do a whole segment for the Lions where they've been at for like the last 5 weeks. But I'm going to pick the Vikings. Jaguars at Colts. I like the Colts, and it was funny because remember last week I kind of put the Colts on blast. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to come back into your good graces, Mr. Luck. Okay, so I'm going to give it to them. Then we have Redskins at Giants. This should be fun. It won't be as fun as it was last year, seeing since the Redskins are a dire mess and Mike Shanahan won't have a job tomorrow, kind of fun. But it'll be a little bit fun for the New York fans. And I'm going to pick the Giants to win. Then we have a real gem of a game. For some reason, I keep thinking that this is the Sunday night game. Kind of should. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Alright, so we have Green Bay at Chicago. A lot of hype has been about this game because Mr. Aaron Rodgers, aka the best quarterback in the NFL, is returned. Now, that's a little debatable for me. I'm a Tom Brady girl. I'm a Jets fan, by the way, but I love Tom Brady. He's so good. But Aaron Rodgers is a huge difference maker. There's no questions in that. And I expect the Packers to get a win over Jay Cutler, who never plays good against the Packers. It's like insane. Okay, so Packers get that win. Let's move on to the 4 o'clock slate. Okay, we were actually in the 4 o'clock game. Sorry about that. Bills at Patriots should be an easier victory for the Patriots. And I think if they win, they actually get the 2 seed. Don't quote me on that though. My math is a little bit off for the playoff seeding. But Raiders at Broncos, this should be an easy one for the Broncos to just get in, take care of business. Even if they do rest, they could rest Peyton Manning and have me play quarterback and still beat the Raiders. Let's put it like that. All right. Buccaneers at Saints. I really like the Saints to lose this game. I said it. I don't know, this is like a perfect storm. They are at home. I'm crazy. I know, I'm crazy. I'm picking the Buccaneers to beat the Saints. The Buccaneers who have won, what, 5 games? If even that, to beat the Saints at home. I don't know why. I just think that the football gods, God bless them, are up to some kind of magic where the Arizona Cardinals will eventually make it to the playoffs. I just can't. I can't. We're gonna get to the Cardinals next. So I'm gonna be the only team because I've been the only one to support the Cardinals all season. So I'm not gonna let them down. I think that the Buccaneers will narrowly beat the Saints. Now, for those calling me crazy, let's not forget the Buccaneers went into Seattle, almost won, almost won, could have easily won. So it's not unheard of. Let's move on. Let's do First, let me do Chiefs at Chargers. I like the Chargers to win. I don't like the Chiefs. I don't like them going into the playoffs. I think they are a waste of a playoff spot. I'm not liking their resolve come down the stretch, and I'm going to go with the Chargers. And it's going to add more fuel to the fire of the AFC 6 seed race. Let's go on to 49ers at Cardinals. 49ers at Cardinals. I told you, I like the Cardinals. We cannot have another 2008 Patriots situation, Matt Castle style. I think the football gods are looking down, still wanting to avenge the 2000 season where the Saints went to Seattle and a team that played much better went into Seattle and got just manhandled by the Seahawks. That wasn't right. So I think every few years the football gods work things out. So I think this will be some kind of justice. I think the Cardinals are going to get in. That's my point. So Cardinals win. And Rams at Seahawks. This is going to be a gem of a game. Not Seahawks should easily win and get that 1 seed, win the NFC West, take care of their business, and let's move on to the Sunday night game, which is Eagles at Cowboys. Now, of course, there is no Mr. Tony Romo, and I don't know what T.O. was talking about saying the Cowboys are better off without Tony Romo. Maybe there's some quarterback kind of resentment. I don't know. But with Orton as their quarterback, Orton has not taken a snap for about 12 years. So I don't know what's going on with the Cowboys. Even if they did have Romo, the way that Eagles offense is playing is just no match for that vaunted Cowboys defense with just 5-year-olds playing. I don't know what's going on. You got Dre's boyfriend looking up at the sky. You got Brandon Carr not knowing how to cover anybody. So I'm going to give it to the Eagles. And that's my week 17 picks and predictions. And it was a great season. I wish I could have spent the bulk of it with you guys, but obviously this is a sign of things to come, and I'm going to be with you into the Super Bowl. And hopefully I'll do better. My picks have just been going all over the place because some teams want to show up some weeks, some teams don't, but that's just the nature of it. And you guys follow me on Twitter if you already don't, at Girl Love Sports. And I'll see you in the playoffs. I'll see you next year, I should say. Happy New Year. Bye.